Are we in business? Yes.
How are you, dear? What's your name?
Marionette.
Oh, it's French.
I think I'll pass up on the passion fruit today.
Whatever. There we are, 3.20. Lovely, thank you. Bye-bye, mademoiselle.
Oh.
Bridget, bye, Doc. Bye-bye, ciao. He's great.
That's me, Frank Mumford, and I'm 94 years old. Of course, I haven't always been 94. Once upon a time when I was much, much younger. What am I making?
Yeah.
Sauce Aurora, dawn, rose colour. I was a variety and cabaret artist, and my act was puppets, marionettes to be precise. I designed them, carved them, and performed with them, along with my dear departed wife, Maisie.
What's the occasion?
Huh?
What's the occasion?
Cameraman's birthday.
Frank has made me my birthday supper. Thank you, Frank.
Oh. I can't see. God bless us all. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Frank.
The teeth, the eyes, the ears, the feet. Fuckaroo. We were the Mumford Puppets, and we played all over the world. You wouldn't think it to look at me now, would you? Right. Hello. Bonjour, madame. Let's see what we've got. So these are negatives, and I was working with 16mm, and they are all 35. It cost a fortune to try and get them changed.
Would you like me to get this transferred? Would you like me to get this film transferred to video so you can see it?
I would very much.
Okay.
Well, that was interesting to do.
But could you tell me what it is?
Because we had to make the tree grow. So we were into effects.
Okay.
And I had this little black book.
Who is it for?
For BBC children's programs.
It's written on the rainbow in letters made of gold. Written on the rainbow, there's wisdom to behold. My friend, the little sparrow, flew close enough to see. Written on
It's amazing now to see these again, because I've only had a memory of writing them, imagining them, a memory of some of the shots, but not all of them, and then sitting in on the cutting, and the projection for the programme was the last time he saw it.
Then out he went and swallowed down a gallon of paraffin. He sat by the fireside and he didn't care a hang. He swallowed down a spark and then exploded with a bang. And when you get to heaven you can bet her dollar note the angel who has whiskers on is Paddy McGinty's goat.
And it's only now I've seen them after about 50 or 60 years.
How do you feel about that?
Shit, man.
I'm writing these letters to tell of our antics as we tour with the puppets. Thought you might want to keep up with the parade.
I gave shows in the science lab at school to my contemporaries. One of the teachers gave me Tony Sarg's book of marionettes. So when I began seriously to make puppets, he was one of my mentors. And then eventually we got together with a group of young people and had our own puppet theatre. In '37, we did this very good long spell with the stuff we'd made. These are two of the puppets from the 1937 group. And I must say, I think they look amazingly good, considering they've been in a box with the mice, the rats and the moth for almost as long as I've been in show business. And then the money ran out and we all had to go back to work. Me for a short while till I was called up. Then into the army, maybe into the Air Force. Didn't see one another until I came back from Africa in '44. I said, I've got a license for us. And she said, well, you bought me a dog. So I said, no, we're getting married on Saturday.
Dearest Maisie, sorry not to have been in touch. A week after our wonderful wedding day, I was dropped into Arnhem in Holland. The thought of that party on the roof and those marvellous picnics with cake and coffee by the lake really keep my spirits up. Arnhem was a bit of a debacle, and the hospital was under constant fire, but we patched up as many of the lads as we could before being captured. Being a prisoner is no fun. See you when the war is over.
Pegasus and Bellerophon, and I never did get one of those, I just got the parachute. This is a shoulder patch that all paratroops wore, and the red strip represents the RAMC of Happy Past. Maisie was in the Eminency Intelligence, and one of her officers had been in show business, Stinker Murdoch from Round the Horn, with Kenneth Horne. And they said, look at all the work he's done with puppets before the war, can he do something now? And we went down to a ballroom off Berkeley Square and started putting the show together. We worked and we worked and we worked and we worked. We got a show together, and then we went to all the home counties, Air Force, Marines. We came out of the army with a contract.
So why have you got them out today?
What?
Why have you got them out today? Why today?
Why today?
Yeah.
Because it's this all came out because it being Armistice Day.
Maisie and I have gone to Eastbourne to play the Winter Gardens, our last show in this tour. The Eastbourne Herald say Frank Mumford's Stars on Strings. It's a superb puppet show and is so realistic that within minutes you have forgotten the characters are manipulated by strings. They are most human in their actions. We have been touring the variety theatres as a speciality act. There's always a main comic or singer, although we often get the number 2 dressing room. Do you know, I think we've played every variety theatre in the country.
In those days, before our homes had television, variety was how people got their entertainment. It was a wonderful, crazy world. You never know how remarkable it was, and enormous fun.
This is the Chelsea Arts Club Ball from 1948.
It's all a lot of balls, really.
To a perplexed world came a new year. In London, 5,000 revellers greeted 1948 at the Chelsea Arts Ball.
This is fantastic. Yes, these are all mine. I would never have believed I'd ever see these again.
25 bars open from 10 till 5, so 10,000 bottles
This
of beer at 2
is
drinks a
Delta.
time. With spirits at 5
My God.
supplies never ran out. But the merrymakers, who paid 3 guineas and upward for their tickets, thought it all well worthwhile.
I've got the drawings of these.
The new look seems to have come to the Arts Ball too. For the first time ever, the accent was on more clothes rather than less.
It took 3 people to manipulate each one.
I can see that. They were big. They are beautiful.
And they had wheel bases and steel columns and all sorts. I have lived here for 66 years and the area has changed out of all recognition.
Tell me about the stall
What song?
on Portobello.
Yeah, well, that was between engagements. We couldn't pay the rent. So Maisie said, I'm going to take a stall in the market. Cool. So she got a little basket and she filled it up with all sorts of unbelievable junk. Rusted egg beaters, bent saucepans, broken coffee pots, all sorts of stuff. And she paid the rent and she had 30 quid over. What did she spend it on? Well, one thing was a bottle of martini. What happened? Well, we got a permanent license and we collected good stuff, and some of it was busted, broken, bent. So I did an awful lot of restoration, and we made quite a bit of money on that, which is a great help. And here we have some of my artistic revelations. This one is from Sleeping Beauty. It's her bedchamber. Then we have a model, which I didn't know I still had, which is a basic technique for manipulating from an overhead bridge. And the puppets work here on very long strings, and we would have curtains underneath here, and scenery dropped in behind and in front. We have a revolving stage on it. The loudspeaker feeds back through the microphone. Got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Understand?
We are quite well known in Paris now. Word about us has even reached New York. This is from the New York Herald. The new night spot before your eyes is the Mocambo, lined in panther skin with torch-bearing blackamoors around and about. It's designed by the English puppeteer Frank Mumford, who's also in the floor show with his fabulous puppets. These unique marionettes are spellbinders, and the Mocambo is chic, bizarre, and well worth a look.
This is the original sketch from 1950, whatever it was. And I also made a scale model. He liked it. He thought it was terrific. And gave me a contact. In this one, you can see into the foyer, where we had just plain glass doors filling the whole of the opening.
Si Poiret et ses héros avaient gardé leur tête de tous les jours, il n'en était pas de même pour les plus beaux noms du Gotha parisien.
The effect of the entry. And then the bar, I painted a large oil. This little folder was given out all over Paris, of course. And these were some of the press cuttings in the French press. I had never designed a nightclub before.
You performed there on the opening night?
And we were only opening up for a month.
I've known Frank for about 30 years now, and of course when I first met Frank he was agile and get about and was still performing with the marionettes. Unfortunately Maisie had just died, so it wasn't a great time for Frank, and when he became very, very ill a few years ago, I made a point and a promise to myself and to him that I would come every Thursday without fail to make sure that he has anything he needs, whether it be shopping, cleaning the flat, collecting his prescriptions, his pills, so he can stay in this home that he's created and his memories with Maisie and of course his marionettes, which really are his children. Frank is a great marionette artist. He makes literally a puppet or a marionette come to life. You don't even realise it's on strings, and it's really a magical thing to see.
Why'd you go to such effort for Frank?
So that he can live independently and still keep his dignity. It's always been a dream of Frank's to revisit Paris and recapture all those beautiful memories that he's told me about over the last 30 years. And to revisit the Moulin Rouge and the places where he entertained the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, and all of these wonderful things and wonderful places would just be something out of this world for him.
I've lived in a small apartment since 1946. Everything you see, walls, doors, cupboards, decor, all built by me. I would love to visit Paris and walk on the stage of the Moulin Rouge once more.
Honoré, quartier très honoré, boutique où le chic de Paris sourit avec esprit, quartier des élégances, bon goût qui sent la France, belle dame qu'on voudrait adorer, Faubourg Saint-Honoré, douce mousseline, fraîche percaline, large capeline, linons et nylons, Janine ou Mireille, modestes abeilles, en font des merveilles, elles ont la façon, mouchoir de dentelle, simple bagatelle, au point de Bruxelles, Bruges ou Alençon, chemise si fine que l'on imagine devant la vitrine.
Hi, I wonder where you were. You're still looking at the attic? Bit difficult for me to get up there.
Ah!
But they can come down. They've never made a sound over all these years. So I'm wondering what they've been doing up there. It'd be very good if they were brooding. It saved me a lot of work. And let's go up and have a look and see what we can do.
Tell me about the hoists before I go into the attic.
What?
Tell me about the hoists. Just...
No, I can't do it at all. Say something.
Hoist!
No, there must be wax in it.
Okay. I'm going to go clear some stuff out of the attic.
What?
I'm going to take these
Yes.
up there.
Yes, we'll have that first.
Okay.
You haven't got the ladder up yet.
I'll do that. This is Frank's
These
hearing
are
aid.
not well designed. And what I've been trying to get has been a Bluetooth
Yeah?
equivalent of a hearing aid.
I'm going to put the ladder up and go up.
I would go behind.
Okay.
Oh. You're crazy. It must be this, the other one is blocking it.
No, it's here.
Ow!
Frank, it's just up there. There you go. Okay. Right.
That's what the other block is for.
Yeah, for that. Thank you,
see?
mate. Yes, I see. Right. I'm gonna go up there now. Gimme. Okay, I'm going in here now.
Good. I think I must have got that in the market. Very nice.
Vai levando pro teu ninho meu amor e meu carinho que eu não troco por ninguém.
Opa!
Cavalinho alatão, faz assim comigo não. Opa!
Cavalinho alazão, faz assim comigo não. Vai assim, sempre assim, pra não pensar que não ter fim.
After a fire destroyed our workshop on Westbourne Road, we keep missing the chance to rent the downstairs garage to use as a workshop. I'm having to use the attic to store the equipment and puppets and work on them in the flat.
The marionettes are operated by Frank and Maisie Mumford, who naturally keep well in the background. They started in children's theatre and graduated to cabaret, and although this is their first fashion show in this country, they've already done this sort of thing in France, where they work about 8 months in the year.
Not super heavy, but not super light. I've got it.
Right.
Let me some room to let go.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah.
This one's got arrows in it.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. One more. That way. More. That's it. That's fine.
This will be, it's easy, I think. God.
I ran into a spot of bother with Zizi this week. Here's a clip from the Birmingham Mail. Madame Zizi, recently elected Miss Venus of 1956 on the Côte d'Azur, is distressed by a Birmingham ban. Appearing this week at the Hippodrome, the classically proportioned French singer has been told she can step down from the stage during her number, but never under any circumstances must she kiss members of the audience. A silly, ridiculous ban, she says, and she has a very good reason for saying it, for Madame Zizi is a puppet.
You were originally made to be a can-can dancer, and you certainly got a long way away from that. And the amount of places you've played, all over the world practically, with Mama and Papa, of course. What are you made of? Well, mostly carved wood, and some stuffing in the softer parts, and then bits of metal joints, and Schiaparelli robe.
Involved. This, by the way, is Zizi, star of the troupe. In fact, her appearance is never altered.
Oh, that's good.
She's lovely.
That's a very good face, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to give me a hand with this. And bring it back up to there, but let it down now for the weight.
The summit. Can you guess what he'll say? He will call butterfly from the distance. I, without answering, hold myself quietly concealed. To tease him and a bit.
Be there waiting, angry with us. 2 minutes late. You know, we'll be for the high job.
I haven't the faintest idea why I've gone to Paris. It wasn't my idea. It was Richard's.
Why did I ask you to?
And for all those memories.
Let's get another one, fill it back up.
Why did you tell me?
Ah.
Salute.
We are now performing regularly at Le Boeuf-sur-le-Toit, and here's a lovely review from the papers yesterday. Frank and Maisie Mumford's lively puppets represent various characters: Madame Butterfly, a sacred temple dancer, and Madame Zizi. Frank Mumford takes her on a tour de chante of the room, where she embraces very chastely various members of the audience, leaving a trace of lipstick on their cheek. This adventure happened to Jean-Marie, relaxing at Le Boeuf the other evening. He found Madame Zizi charming.
Bonjour. There was a doorway and steps up into the back part. That is the theatre at the back. This is where we would have been performing in 1950. During the evening, there were drinks and dinners, and then it slowly became more floor show. Zizi came through the curtains onto the very front part of the floor stage and did her last song. I would walk along the top of the grand piano, and Zizi would be exactly the right level to embrace the customers.
Chérie, my love for you is très, très fort. Wish my French were good enough, I tell you so much more. j'espère that you comprend all the little things you mean to me. Darling, je vous aime beaucoup. I love you. Yes, I do.
We are quite well known in Paris now, and while we are playing the Moulin Rouge, our agent says you may have a very special engagement. You'll have to be interviewed to see if you're suitable to perform for the Duke of Windsor. We arrive at this magnificent house on the left bank. It belongs to a Madame Bidel, and perform in the garden for the Duke and Duchess of Windsor for his birthday. It's a private performance, and the Duke rather enjoys it. Zizi is a little forward and steals a kiss from him. I'm not sure the Duchess approves. Mind you, we were given a piece of his birthday cake on a gold plate.
This is as I remembered. It's with exactly these two, and then the gate. After the show, the Duke sent an equerry as we were packing and said that the Duke would like to see Zizi again. So we had to unpack her.
Chez vous, maître Pierre, il fait bon dans votre moulin. Le froment vole dans la lumière.
The first time we played the Moulin Rouge, it was Christmas. The boulevard was absolutely jam-packed. They had played our music 3 times before we came up. And being Christmas Day, it was also Maisie's birthday. When we took our call at the end of the number, Maisie got Happy Birthday instead of Merry Christmas. Et voilà. What do you think? I think it's fantastic. And this is the Moulin Rouge once again. Perfect. Would you like to sit up there? Do you remember the night that we came back from performing the Duke of Windsor's birthday party on the left bank, and he used his car to take all our baggage? That was formidable. It was a wonderful place to play, one of the top venues, I would say, in the whole world.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. I haven't got a clue. No, well, one of the reasons is I bought the harp, which is a bit odd in a way, but it's given me a motive to do something and not just moulder away.
Do you find playing difficult with your hearing?
What?
Oh, hi. How are you?
I forgot my aftershave.
I smell you from all the way downstairs.
Hi.
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
The first time I met Frank, you know, when I didn't realise the extent of his hearing problems, you know, I knew his age, but I didn't know that he was nearly deaf. And he sits down at the harp, and his hearing aids were giving all this really loud buzzing feedback, you know, all this sort of hissing and whirring and wailing. And then he gets off the side this pair of huge red earmuffs, you know, the sort that pneumatic drillers wear to block out all the sound, and he puts them on. And he said, well, that will help. I think, how is that going to help? Surely that's going to hinder, if anything. But it does, you know, it blocks out the feedback. And of course, Frank is hearing from here, you know, and the sound travels up through his body and then into his ears from the inside, unlike most of us who are hearing from the outside. No, it's this one. So teaching Frank has been an honour and a privilege, something that I never expected or even imagined. I didn't know what it would be like, but it's been absolutely amazing and eye-opening and and enriching, and all these incredible things. The stories that he has to tell and his enthusiasm for something so new, so challenging like the harp, you know, at his age, inspires me every day.
I just had a note come through from the director, and he wants to know, if the worst would happen, what message would I like to leave behind? Well, my first thought, of course, is a Bronx cheer. You don't know what a Bronx cheer is. You don't know from nothing. That's what's useful in a long life. You pick up all sorts of unusual things. A Bronx cheer is the good old raspberry. Seriously, I don't want anybody to grieve. It can only be better than it is here. I wouldn't mind 1,000 virgins and a glass of very good wine. But why they have to be virgins, an experienced woman is far more interesting. Who said that? God bless you all.